Hey guys, I've just finished a lesson with my friend Johnny in which we talked about the 251, chords, harmony, dominance, subdominance, and different cadences that we used to play on guitar and we sometimes don't even recognize. It's a very beginner lesson, so if you already know about the harmony, maybe stop watching this, but if you know nothing about music, harmony, or chords, this lesson is maybe going to help yourself. So I hope that you enjoy, and thanks Johnny for letting me share this lesson with all the guys here at the community and the YouTube channel. Let's go and hope that you like it. Okay guys, so let's talk about the 251. Okay, so you know that on any scale, any key in which we have the tonic. Okay?
Yes.
Which is the main chord. Okay, so for example, if we are on C major, it's my tonic. So let's paint now the C major scale. So C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. So we have, remember that we have the main chords that we have on a scale. It's a tonic, the first rate. We have also the dominant, which is a fifth. We also have the subdominant, which is a fourth. Okay. So the 251, it's a sequence that we can do to arrive to any chord. So if I want to arrive to the tonic, remember that we talked about different cadences that we can do to do
Yes.
this transition. So we can do like a, for example, a 5-1, we can do a 4, or we can do another cadence, which is a second, 2, sorry, 5, 2, 5, the one that we want to talk about. So what does it mean? If I want to arrive to the chord, the first rate, which is C major on this example, we have to do the fifth and then the tonic. So I will be the fifth and then the tonic. If I want to do the fourth 5-1, so I would do the fourth grade, then the fifth, and then the first. If I want to do the 2-5-1, I would do the second grade, the fifth grade, and the first one.
Okay.
So let's write it down into C major. In C major, if I do a 4, or I can do a 2. Those cadences has a name, okay, but I don't remember them.
Right.
So in C major example, the 5-1 sequence is going to be G7th to C. The 4-5-1 is going to be F major, that goes to G7th, that goes to C. And the 2-5-1 is going to be D minor, that goes to G7th, that goes to C. 2-5-1, so 2, that's a sequence to arrive to the chord that they want to. So here, we want to arrive to the C, so we have to choose and find which is the second grade of C, the fifth grade of C, and then the C note chord. You get the idea, John?
I got an idea, yes. So it's about the 251 and the 451. It's about
Notes or maybe more chords. It's more
complete though, right?
That's it.
If
That's
I
full chords. Okay?
right, okay.
So what I say is that you can do a 2-5-1 sequence if you want to arrive to any chord. So let's do an example. Imagine that I want to arrive to A major chord, and I want to do the 2 from A major. So the one is going to be A, and now let's count. A, B, C, D, E. This is going to be the fifth. So E7th. And let's count the second. A, B minor. So this is a 2-5-1 sequence if I want to go to A major chord.
And the other one is a C major chord.
That's it. So remember that the 2-5-1, it's a sequence that you follow when you want to arrive to a chord, any chord. I don't know if it works with minor chords. I don't remember. Okay, but it works for majors. So let's do another example. Okay, imagine that we want to arrive to E major. So we want to do the 2. Let me know which one are there, Johnny. So we want to arrive to E. So give me the fifth grade of
E, F, G, A, B, C.
Sorry, careful, the fifth. You're giving me the 6th.
E.
That's it.
F,
No,
G.
It starts with E is the first.
Okay. E, F, G, A, B.
That's it. B7.
B.
Always
Right.
always the fifth grades are dominants, are with the 7th notes. And give me the second.
So E, F,
But it's going to be sharp minor. It's sharp because into the key signature of E, we have F sharp note included. So that's something that we can talk later. Okay, but this is going to be the 2-5-1 sequence to arrive to E major chord.
Okay, I'm going to try to do that with all of the...
Okay, you can, for example, you need to remember one thing. Remember that on a major scale, which is the one in which we are right now, remember that the second grade is always minor. The fifth grade is major dominant, and the first one it's major normal major. So the second is always going to be minor, the fifth is always going to be seventh, and the first is going to be major.
Okay. The numbers throw me off, like, like the 5-7, like that kind of like throws me off.
But what?
El número que está
Okay.
atrás del número 5.
Este, ¿no?
Sí.
Indica
Esos
séptima.
números como que me turban.
Este número significa when you are doing a dominant chord, okay, let's give an easy example, okay? We are on C major. So we have C major as a tonic with a triad. We talked before that any chord is created by 3 notes, right?
Yes.
So, but to play a dominant chord, which is the fifth grade, which is in this case Sol, G, B, D. If we just leave this chord, that's a G major. It's not the dominant of C. It's a G major, natural G major. So if we want to make this chord dominant, we need to add the seventh, which is the F note. So we have the tonic, the first grade, third grade, the fifth, and the seventh. Dominant chord to be dominant and be the fifth grade of something else, they need to have not a triad, a quadriad, I don't know how to call it in English, which is a chord created by 4 notes and not on 3. Okay, that's because of we call seventh, because of we are the seventh grade of the chord in which we are. So G, A, B, C, D, sorry, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, the seventh.
Right.
Okay.
D, E.
What are you thinking of about?
Well, I'm trying to figure out where we counting from to find the 7.
Yeah, let me paint it bigger. So if we are here and we want to do a G major chord, we're on G, B, B, and D. That's a G major chord.
Okay.
A normal G major.
C, D, E, F, G. Okay, I got it now. Right, because in between these, all right, this is C, right? You said the bottom one?
This is G.
Right, G.
And D.
G. So, and then in the middle is A, B, C.
That's it.
Okay.
So this is a G major chord, a natural G major. This is not a dominant. So if we want to create a dominant chord, which is the fifth grade of something, we need to add the seventh note. So remember that this is the first note, the first grade.
Right.
Now, if we start to count from G, B is the third.
Yes.
If we start to count from G, the D note is the fifth.
Yes.
And now if we add the F note, which is going to tell us the F here, this is going to be the seventh.
Right. Got it.
Now this is not a G major chord. This is a G seventh chord.
When you go up, it changes. Porque son 4 también.
That's it. And it becomes a dominant chord and not a major. It's a major dominant.
Because you added another note.
Right. Now this chord now needs C major to resolve.
What?
Now once that we add the seventh note, it becomes a dominant chord, which is a fifth grade of something. And G7th is the fifth grade of major. Got you.
So I'm going to have to really learn, how to read all the spaces.
Yeah. You have to memorize that. It's something that takes time, okay, but you need to memorize, okay?
Yeah, no, you try to memorize that, and I think I will go crazy. Oh, and I'm going to go back to square one, and I was watching how you practice like the same, let's say, introduction over and over and over and over. See, I wasn't doing that. I was trying to do all the falsetas one after another. I do them sometimes, but I think I need, like I said, I need more practice, but I think I was practicing wrong.
You need to practice each of one separately to get it correct.
So I get it, right?
That's it. Because if you start with the first and you play all of them together, once you arrive to the last one, you don't remember what the mistakes you had at the beginning. Okay?
Right. I know I made the mistake, but you don't know where.
Yeah. Let me give you the notes here. You're with the phone now, right?
See.
Do you want to do a screenshot here?
A switch up?
A screenshot of your phone, if you want.
Yeah, okay.
Save this. So maybe I will also write here which is a tonic. This is first, this is a second, third, the fourth, the fifth, seven, the sixth, the seven, and the tonic again, and the second again. Remember that the first is major, the second is minor, the third is minor, the fourth is major, the fifth is major seventh, the sixth is minor, the 7 is diminished, and the 1 again is major. That's something that you have to memorize. Don't worry, I will send you the screenshot, John. Let me make it right now. Sorry, no. C major scale. Let me make myself the screenshot and I will send you by WhatsApp.
Okay.
That's it. Okay. So that's a lesson that you can watch so
Yeah,
many times because of.
I think that's going to help me a lot, and also because the scales, the very first one is always the one, right? So let's say if I want to do A major scale,
Okay.
right? So the first letter is A, but that's like the first,
That's a
like the
tonic.
number one, right? And
That's it.
then B, C, D, E, F, G, back to A.
That's it.
I think I just need to, visualize that. Maybe take one day and just do that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Just to read it and to watch this. And also you can buy a book. I'm going to send you the book that John Hanrock already bought some time ago to read music at home on a really beginner's way, but to get through the spaces and the lines and all the notes.
Yes.
I'm going to
Send me the name.
Yeah,
of
I
the
don't
book.
know. It was a book that I used to use when I was a kid with 8 years old at the conservatory, and we started to read music on the paper. And it's maybe going to help you to situate all the notes and start to read and also understand the rhythm, and that's a good idea, maybe. Okay,
That's good.
that's it. Okay, John.
Yeah, profe. Lo de la